Andaman Cultural Center, Krabi, Thailand, is under Mueang Krabi Municipal Office. Its objective is to inform about the history of ancient beads, which are crucial pieces of archaeological evidence reflecting the path of ancient civilization. Students, people, and Thai and foreign tourists will be able to gain knowledge from here. The center is clearly divided into sections from the history of beads to the evidence of bead discovery in Thailand. Ancient beads are precious artifacts symbolizing relationships between tribes, races, beliefs, and currency exchange via sea trade route. They are also indicators of the social status of the professor from generation to generation. The zoned history of beads in the south of Thailand shows a trade route across the Indian and Pacific Oceans. The south of Thailand was a port, a shipping route from the region, and the Silk Road of the sea connecting Suvarnabhumi to Twaravadi and Sivichai. The zone, Beads by Zodiac, Fortune of Life, presents Hillman belief about stones and minerals. Men have used stones for several thousands of years as jewelry to bring luck and prosperity to the wearer, as well as charms that protect them against badness. Andaman Cultural Center, Krabi, Thailand, is modelly designed to provide information and techniques creatively. The concept of beads through time is presented through art, documentary, multimedia, and advanced technology. Visitors will certainly enjoy their time here. There is also a presentation about the process of making beads, how it is complicated and time-consuming and requires sophistication of local experts. All materials displayed such as stones and ancient glass are complied from historical evidence and conserved at the center, so as to prevent them from fading and extinction. One question is what our ancestors used beads for. Some say they were indicators of social status, symbol of tribal interrelationships, charms, or even used as currency. Theoretically speaking, beads have long been in existence for at least 45,000 years in different corners of the world. It is believed that early beads were made from local natural materials such as shells, animal bones, clay, and seeds in Africa and Egypt. Beads are artifacts found in every civilization. It is still not clear who first invented them. Black beads are commonly found in Europe around Germany, Italy, and the Mediterranean, Persia, in Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, China, and Japan. Beads reflect the collective imagination of humanity through time. They are important pieces of evidence of civilization from past to present worthy of archaeological examination. In Thailand, beads have been discovered in different regions. It is assumed that they have existed since prehistoric times. There is evidence that links them to Twaravadi art, for example, sculptures, statues of Buddha, pottery, cornelian beads, agate beads, golden beads, and glass beads. We not only found beads that were locally made, but we also discover beads from across the sea. Especially in the upper southern area, which was a port and transportation route connecting Suvarnabhumi to Twaravadi and Sivichai around 2,000 years ago. The central region of Thailand was also an important port. For example, Ban Don Ta Phet, Kanchanaburi Province, เมืองอู่ทอง Suphanburi Province, เมืองคูบัว Ratchaburi Province, and เมืองลพบุรี It was assumed that these were coastal towns where trade was exchanged with India since the beginning of the history. In Thailand, evidence of beads from the prehistoric time was found in the excavation at Ban Gao, ตำบลจระเข้เผือก อำเภอเมือง Kanchanaburi Province, which reveal female skeleton from the Neolithic period, each around 4,000 years, along with accessories such as scallop shells, snail shells, and the flat round beads with a hole used for threading necklaces. Evidence is also found in ตำบลลุ่มสุม อำเภอไซโยก Kanchanaburi Province, and ตำบลกลางแดด นครสวรรค์ Province, where tagud-like beads made from shells and animal bones were discovered. In หนองแช่เสา อำเภอเมือง Ratchaburi Province, two human skeletons from the Neolithic period were found along with beads necklaces made from shells. At บ้านโคกเจริญ ตำบลมะกอกหวาน อำเภอชัยบาดาล ลพบุรี Province, beads, bracelets, and other accessories made from shells were also discovered. Another source from the Middle Age is found in บ้านเชียง อำเภอหนองหาน อุดรธานี Province, where a number of bead jewelry made from terracotta and cornelian stones were found. Eight beads called cornelian were found in the archaeological site U Thong in Suphanburi Province. In the north of Thailand, shell beads, cornelian stone beads, and multicolored glass beads were discovered at the archaeological site บ้านวังไฮ ตำบลเวียงยอง อำเภอเมือง in Lamphun Province. In the south of Thailand, beads were found in all important archaeological sites such as อำเภอพุนพิน ชัยยา and ท่าชนะ in Surathani Province, อำเภอท่าสารา and อำเภอเมือง in นครศรีธรรมราช Province, and เขาสามแก้ว in Chumphon Province. The beads discovered in the south of Thailand are made from different materials such as terracotta, stones, and colored glass and have different styles. Two sources were assumed to be an important source of beads production in the past. ขวนลูกปัด อำเภอคลองท่อม in Krabi Province, and the archaeological site ภูเขาทอง ตำบลกำพ่วน อำเภอสุขสำราญ in Ranong province, where lumps of glass and stone particles, which as material used for beads making, were found. The archaeological site Thung Tuk in Phang Nga province contains numerous multicolored beads called mosaic glass beads, which are the most beautiful beads in Thailand. In Phuket and Trang, beads have yet to be found. However, it is assumed that they should be in the area of Kwan Thani in Trang and Khao Tok Sa in Phuket. These areas will be further explored in the future. It was said that trade across the peninsula can be traced from the bead path from the south of Thailand to Suvarnabhumi. In the past, the Southeast Asia Peninsula was a maritime trade station. The prehistoric beads in the south of Thailand aged around 5,500 to 6,500 years reflected the communication and exchange of maritime culture in the areas of Chumphon, Surat Thani, and Krabi, which are all important seaports. Located between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, stretching from the Isthmus of Kra to Malaysia, the south of Thailand was the center of a shipping route between the west and the east, and became a coastal port and freight station in the past. There were two main routes, the Strait of Malacca and the routes across the peninsula. There are several routes across the peninsula, but the one with the most traces of beads is the Lam Thong route, which starts from Thung Tuk on Kho Khao Island into the Kwa Pa River and Klong Romani, then through Khao Sok into Klong Sok, passing Phnom Kirirat Nikhom, Klong Pum Duang, and meets with Tapi River at Phun Phin, and runs through Khao Sivichai to the other side of the ocean at Bandon. Each route contains evidence of valuable merchandise from overseas, such as Chinese wares, Roman cameos, seals, glassware, and numerous glass beads. Most importantly, discovery of beads made from shells, glass beads, stone beads in various colors, gold glass beads, and golden beads was recorded in the Chinese and ancient Arab echoes in the 9th to the 10th century. The following traditional communities are the major sources of bead industry in Southeast Asia: Khao Sam Gao in Chumphon province, Tha Chana in Surat Thani province, Phu Khao Thong in Ranong province, อำเภอคลองท่อม in Krabi province, and Nang Yon in Phang Nga province. Stone and glass beads without holes were discovered along with bead polishing stone, sharp metal needle-like tools for hole punching, and stone molds. All these are pieces of archaeological evidence that solve the mystery of the trade connection in the past. Beads found in the south of Thailand are dated back to the prehistoric time before Twaravadi and Sivichai periods. Numerous beads with spatial feature were found in almost all areas in the south. There can be evidence of time-traveling parts of the beads. Beads were found mostly in the upper part as in Chumphon, Ranong, Phang-nga, Surat Thani and Krabi. Some were found in Nakhon Si Thammarat and Songkhla. In Chumphon, beads were found in the area of Khao Hin Kruat, near Wat Sam Kaew, and Klong Tha Tapao, which was a shipping route of the past. Here, the items unearthed were precious stones, bronze, carnelian beads, agate beads, many-edged beads, golden beads, emulative beads, and seals with special characters. In Ranong, beads were found in the Ban Phu Khao Thong community, a small hill flanking a canal. Featured here are Indo-Pacific beads, glass beads, semi-precious stone beads, and golden beads. In Phang-nga, many rare beads were found at Kho Khao Island, Ampher Tagua Pa in Phang-nga province, such as striped glass beads and Tagua Pa iron beads. Some glass beads were found at Khon Bang Ro, where animal feature, antique, and human profile carved on stones were also found. Beads were found near Pak Pru Phanturi at Wat Tha Muang, Tambon Wang Tha Chana. There were mainly Indo-Pacific beads, glass beads, and emulated beads with animal features such as a lion, turtle, and frog. Ring settings feature Roman god, human faces, and animals were also found. Another location is Lam Po Chaya, a large seaport during the Sivichai period, near the mouth of Don Estuary, where mosaic glass beads and polychrome glass beads were found. In Krabi, beads were found in the mouth at the edge of the canal and both sides of Klong Wat Klong Thom, called Huan Luk Pat. Beads found here are Indo-Pacific glass beads or omnipresent drawn glass beads, monochrome glass beads, color beads, emulated beads, and ring settings. Famous beads are Suryatep mosaic glass beads and bird and sunburnt glass beads. There is also evidence of beads found at the old market, Langu Street, in Krabi, municipal office. It is assumed that both of these areas may have been the source of bead manufacturing of the past. In Phuket and Trang, it is assumed that beads may be in the area of Kwan Thani in Trang and Khao To Sa in Phuket, but it is not clear what type of beads was found. In the south, a variety of ancient beads was discovered from various sources, each of different characteristics, with their diversity, beauty, and history. Beads attract people who want to learn about an ancient history and art. There are many different types of remarkable beads discovered in different parts of the south, which can be considered a good reflection of a long history. Human face beads or Great Indian face beads, known worldwide as Suryatep mosaic glass beads, were found only Ampher Klong Thom in Krabi province. These are rare beads made by mosaic technique by arranging white and black glass into a face with red and green eyes and lips, resembling a Great Indian face. They may be dated in the beginning of the century and may have been produced with advanced techniques in Alexandria. Egypt, which has a reputation for making mosaic glass. Strip beads, made by melting glass into a cube, then finishing off with glass canopies in alternating colors. The technique used during the Byzantine in the Middle East were found at Lamposh Chaya, Surathani Province, and at Tung Tuk on Khaw Khao Island, Ampher Tukwapa in Phang Nga Province. The most well-known type of strip beads is the flat ball in red, white, and blue strips resembling Thailand flag. Yellow glass beads, or known as black and yellow tubular glass beads, represent holiness. These were found in Nang Yon Port, Kurabarit Phang Nga Province, at Khao Phra, Tambon Krabi Yai, Mueang District, Krabi Province, and at Khao Sivichai, Surathani Province. Look like a small reddish brown tube with black fillings. Eye beads, or noni, are grouped with mosaic glass beads. They look like blue eyes surrounded by white rings. They may be first produced in Egypt, Rome, or the Middle East. Many of them are found at Tung Tuk on Khaw Khao Island, Ampher Tukwapa in Phang Nga Province, and at Lamposh